Welcome to my lounge. This is Soma. In this episode of Gender Based Discriminatory Laws of Pakistan, I'll talk about two of the Hudood laws that are somewhat related to each other. Hudood laws, the offense of zina, which is adultery, and Hudood laws, the offense of Qazaf, which is false accusation of adultery or rape. This vlog is in three parts. The first part is an introduction to the concept of Hudood. The second part deals with the evidence of women under these ordinances. And the third part is about the effect of these ordinances on the women of Pakistan. For those of you who are not familiar with Sharia laws, Had is an Arabic word which means limit or boundary. Hudood is a plural of had. Under Sharia laws, crimes are divided into two broad categories. Crimes that are against Allah or God, and crimes that are against other human beings. Hudood refer to offenses where a person transgresses the limits set by God or Allah. The punishment of these offenses come directly from God, either through Quran or Hadith. The offenses of Hudood under Sharia law are detailed and complex. But in this episode, I'll focus only on these two Pakistani laws, which now partially stand repealed. However, it is still important to discuss them to understand the nature of Sharia law in Pakistan. In 1979, General Zia introduced some penal laws based on Sharia law that practically made the women of Pakistan inferior to men, both legally and socially. These changes came as a big blow for the women. But before moving on to the law, I'll read the translation of verses 2 and 4 from the chapter Light or Noor from the Quran. As for female and male fornicators, give each of them 100 lashes. And do not let pity for them make you lenient in enforcing the law of Allah, if you truly believe in Allah and the last day. And let a number of believers witness their punishment. Those who accuse chaste women of adultery and fail to produce 4 witnesses, give them 80 lashes each, and do not ever accept any testimony from them, for they are indeed the rebellious. The first verse deals with adultery, or consensual sex between two individuals who are not married to each other, whereas the second verse is about false accusation of out of wedlock sex. In case of Pakistan, the first verse, with its twisted form, was used to enact Hudood laws, the offense of zina, whereas the second verse formed the basis of Hudood laws, the offense of Qazaf. Also, did you notice that the second verse calls for 4 witnesses to prove adultery? But before going on to the law itself, I'll take you back to Article 17 of Qanun-e-Shahadat Order of 1984, which is the law of evidence of Pakistan, and which I had partially discussed in the last episode. I'll read only the relevant part of Article 17. Competence and number of witnesses. Number 1. The competence of a person to testify and the number of witnesses required in any case shall be determined in accordance with the injunctions of Islam as laid down in the Holy Quran and Sunnah. 2. Unless otherwise provided in any law relating to the enforcement of Hudood. So it shows that Hudood laws require a special kind of evidence. So, this article makes it clear that not every person is competent to testify in every kind of court case, and the competency of a witness is based on the injunctions of Islam. Also, that the standard of evidence is different in cases of future business transactions and Hudood laws. I'll conclude this part here. This episode will be continued in part 2.